Welcome to TradersArmy.com, defending your right to build wealth and preserve capital for generations to come.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Wednesday morning edition of the Daily Market Commentary. It is your pre-Valentine's Day gift. It's the gift of love. Those of you new to the channel, do me a favor, click that subscribe button down below to get the alerts as they come available. Originally, my plan today was I was going to do a YouTube live session today where we were going to trade the open. Unfortunately, I'm traveling, doing some training, and typically when I do that, my hotel internet is quality enough that I can actually go live and it won't be a problem. But mine is so slow here that there's no way I can do it and can't do the live. So I rescheduled that for Friday morning. So join me Friday morning. We're going to actually do preparing for the open. The feedback I got is it'd be better to prepare for the open. So it'll be 8 a.m. Eastern time, 7 a.m. Central time. We'll go for about a half hour, and it'll basically be a live version of the Daily Market Commentary. It'll be a little bit of a sneak preview of what we do in our live trading rooms. So let's go ahead and get rolling for today. So today I'm going to go over probably 4 markets. We'll see if the data has pulled up on the other ones since it's been running a bit slow this morning. So let's go ahead and get going. So the S&P, we're down a little bit off of the highs from the overnight sessions. So this is actually, somewhat telling. I think we could get a little bit of a pullback today. Yesterday we had the really nice breakout long. Let me know in the comment section below if you took the breakout trade that as we had talked about. Because that's really was the best trade of the day yesterday, was taking the breakout on the S&P or the NASDAQ. Either one worked out pretty well from a breakout perspective. But now we're getting a bit of a pullback. And the pullback is that we have come off of the highs. Now we did get a little rally at the 2 a.m. reversal, but it's kind of continuing its pullback. So if you're looking for a day trade, it might be worth going down to, say, the 15-minute time period to find an entry. 15, heck, maybe even 5. I wouldn't go any bigger than that because my 4-hour has me well entrenched as a buyer. Right, my 4 hours definitely telling me that I'm better off being a buyer. So if you do want to get short, I would look for some sort of a basing below this Globex low, and then break out some sort of a breakout below that area. I guess technically it's not the Globex low. The Globex low is a little bit lower than this, but I think if you do, you can get a little bit of a move off of this level. We're actually coming to, for those of you that trade on the 5-minute level, a little bit of a reversal right now. We're about an hour away from U.S. market open, and this long lower wick that we're getting right now is just due to the fact that we traded down and then popped back up. Well, that popping back up means that this area here becomes a little bit of a supply area. So we'll see if this is really where we take our next move down. But all in all, not a whole lot on here to do. For me, I'm probably going to sit on my hands for a while today. If we do come down, I may be tempted to take that break down below that area with a stop just above here, because that's fairly tight, right? I mean, that's a pretty tight little area there. Nice pivot. Your better areas of demand come into play somewhere down in here, right? So we have the 2730 area as a potential area for reversal, because this is a wick over wick buying area. Now your stop would have to go below the pivot here, but this 2733 by 2729 stop below that pivot at 2725. There's your potential reversal trade right from there. The NASDAQ, this is where we also saw a really nice move up yesterday. So once again, if you caught that one, leave something in the comment section down below. It was one that we were getting the basing just below, and it worked out to be a really, really nice trade. I mean, it wound up popping up for almost 80 points, it looks like. So good little run out of there. If we get a pullback today, might we get a pullback into one of these regions, there could be an opportunity to get long. Same thing on this. I don't know that I would take a small time frame short, although it does exist as a potential for those of you that are willing to trade counter trend. Because remember, you're trading against the big picture. But if you're day trading, you've limited your risk, you understand what you're willing to do. I don't necessarily want to trade against that. I want to kind of go with the big picture direction, and so that would be waiting for a pullback to a high quality demand area. If it doesn't look like we're going to get one of those, and you go candle to candle on the hourly chart, that's okay. The other thing to say is if you had a good day yesterday, let's say that you caught this yesterday and you grabbed 50 points of the Nasdaq. Why do you have to trade today? Right? That's the other thing to consider. And I always bring that up because a lot of times people feel like, well, I got to find something today. No, you don't. If you have a really good trading day, take the next day off. And that's something that I don't think enough traders consider. I don't think enough traders consider taking the day off when they have a really good day. So there's our NASDAQ levels. Like I said, not a whole lot to add in there. Crude oil. So in crude, I looked at this level yesterday. We were unable to get to that region, and we just kind of chopped along sideways. So really, there's nothing for me to add in crude, nothing for me to talk about additionally in crude based on what we had yesterday. And then same thing in gold. In gold, we are still chopping between our two areas there in the GC. So for those of you that trade GC regularly, then there's probably some smaller time frame potential turns, but that's what I look at. I look at the fact that we're pinching a little bit in here, and that pinch could cause price to break one way or the other. And I've got two potential areas here when indeed that break does occur. So let's take a look at our bonds and our bonds and currencies. So in our bond markets, we had talked about this ZN level a while ago. And we came into this one and we just chopped along sideways for more than our 6 candle rule, and so did not hold up. And no surprise that it didn't hold up, simply because the S&P and the Nasdaq were continuing to kind of move to a bullish side, and we're getting that inverse correlation. So now we're getting a really strong sell-off in bonds this morning off of announcements, and so that sell-off that we're getting in bonds could set up for a decent reversal right up here. Oftentimes those speed candles will get retraced. So let's just look at this area right here for potential retracement level. In the Aussie, we are rallying up in the Aussie on the hourly chart. Nice little pullback here in the overnight sessions. If I look at the 4-hour though, my 4-hour is really putting in a double bottom price pattern, right? This is the double bottom price pattern. For those of you that are unfamiliar with price patterns, a double bottom is really going to look like a skewed W, and the second W bottom is lower than the first. Now, this doesn't mean that this is going to cause price to move. What it does is it creates a potential catalyst to move from going forward. And there's enough algorithms and pattern recognitions and all that kind of stuff that would identify this as a potential turning point. And so I'm not going to use this level unless I get a candle to candle reversal style off of here, because it's slightly lower probability, but it's bigger time period. So let's look at this as a candle to candle trade coming into that area. The euro. So in our euro trade, let me know in the comment section below if you were able to catch this euro trade. The euro rallied up very strong. We moved up pretty strong. So we had taken some money off the table, and then in the trade feed at tradersarmy.com, we post our private trade feed. We talked about taking the stop, moving it up, and so in the overnight sessions we came down and hit our stop for a profit. So I'm going to remove these areas here. Hopefully you guys were able to catch that euro level. And that one worked out in your favor. What do we have happening today? Well, I got to look a bit higher now. My 4-hour chart, that buy trade was a little bit counter trend to catch the impulse move, the corrective move. Now we're back to the impulse move. So since we're in the impulse move on the way down, I believe that level's not going to hold a second time, and I want to catch a rally to a supply level. So looking at this, I see a wick over wick level there on the hourly chart right here, which is going to show up on that 15-minute level. Let's just go to the 15-minute here. So when I go down to the 15-minute level, that little wick over wick that we identified in the hourly chart is this area right here on the 15-minute chart. So just keep an eye on this. Let's see if we get a reversal out of here. You're going to want to, I would give it a little bit more wiggle room on the stop loss. just give it a little bit more wiggle room on the stop loss than maybe normal, but this could give you a chance to get back in and ride this next wave down, where I think there's a lot of profit potential coming from there. Canadian dollar, we are, that's the ZN. We go to the Canadian dollar here. Canadian dollar, I talked about a potential breakdown below this area here. Unfortunately, it didn't break down. It actually popped up out of there, but not to our strong, high probability reversal. So as price is falling today, keep an eye on this area down here, which is a little 2 a.m. reversal point. So for those of you that trade the Canadian dollar, keep an eye on this area here to see if we get a little bit of a reversal right there. So that is all I have for today. I hope you guys had a great trading day yesterday. If you have any questions or anything that I can help you with, please send me an email, support@tradersarmy.com. We will do our best to answer all of those emails and get them back to you. Also, join us on Friday morning. Like I said, if you are not already a member of Traders Army, we are a live trading room tomorrow for subscribers, and then if you're not a member of Traders Army, come to our YouTube live session Friday morning so you can kind of see what it is that we do in our live trading rooms. So hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you soon. Later.